Hey guys, welcome back to Kingdom Come Playthrough Part 2. I started doing this video earlier and had issues with my sound, so I'm a little further than I was when I left in Part 1. But to catch you up to speed, I threw shit at a house, got into a fight, and Father was mad about it. That's about it, so let's go. Right now I need to bring nails to Mom.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh?
Ain't that his mom?
Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Trial by fire.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Watch him break it.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very fine.
I have a feeling this
A
sword
sword
doesn't
such as
ever make it
this
to
will
him.
bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Oh, they got attacked.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Well, they showed up awful quick. Oh, shit. Jesus.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
And here it is. And that is the end of that. Mr. Clean.
hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to town, Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
You might not be able to fight, but that boy can run. He's like, where's my sword? And just when it was getting good, somebody is at my door. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Inventory tab, you will see your detailed description. Really now. Ah, shit. Oh, what the fuck? Damn. really need to run. No stopping to look at anything. Get hit with an arrow. Oh God. The wound must be bandaged. Shit, he's right behind me. Oh fuck, I didn't read that. Oh, I'm about to die. Shit. Oh fuck. What the hell? Gotta get the hell out of here. Down the hill. Down the hill. There we go. Come on. Hopefully I can get on one of these horses. Serious wounds. Oh man, I'm too high. Shit.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Damn it. What the hell? Where the hell did you come from? Oh God. Help Teresa get away from the rapists. Oh God. I don't know what the hell's going on. Mount horse. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. All I had to do was whistle and they took off. Alright. Alright. Damn. Damn. Come on. What the fuck's wrong with this horse? Where the hell going? Damn, man. About to die. Let's see. The bandage. Use item in combat. Oh, that fucking sucks. Fucking dead. I can tell you that right now. This horse won't fucking move. Sometimes you have to get away before you can hurry. He's already been in a certain place necessary.
Left.
Well, I doubt I'm gonna be able to fast travel. What's this? Atlanta. They hit my horse or something?
Damn it,
Shit,
not this
thing
way.
ain't moving.
Where the hell have I gone now?
Jump, horse. Get in the bush. Oh my god. Game over. You have died. Oh, you fucking sick me. Oh, God. Alright. Fucking run, dude. So apparently you can't heal in combat. Let's do it right now. You have to learn first aid first. Are you shitting me? What the fuck's the point of having it? I wonder if I can. No. Can't equip this sword either. I wonder if eating an apple will do anything. It'll bring up my nourishment, but not my health. There's a bunch of them. There you go. Alright, well, guess I'm just running. Come on, buddy. Gotta move quicker than this.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Oh my god. That is the worst.
Hell, you cut-off beast!
I mean, the thing pops up, and you hit B to exit out of it, and it don't help when you're like in the middle of running because it automatically just exits out of it. Maybe I'm a little further away from him this time than I was last. I don't think it's gonna matter after this video. On the move! Yeah, skip this. Already seen it. Damn loading screens. Path right here. Oh my god, horse. Let's take this little pathway here.
Left. Elbow gets to the left, along the stream.
I think I did it. To the left. Son of a bitch. Yeah. No. Go faster, boy. Still on feet.
Warn the others. They've torched Skalitz.
You got it. You guys might want to hide in the bush or something.
Please!
Alright, boy. Calm down. Still shooting at me. There we go.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Fucking around. No, they worry about me.
Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Oh no, you guys are missing.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
I used to be a blacksmith until I took an arrow to the thigh.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
It's in the bone.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad.
All
The arrow
done.
missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you
I
stand?
figured I'd be out for a week or something.
There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Talk to Sir Robert. I've discovered bed. Alright. Howdy. Everybody just walking around.
What about the miller? Has he paid his debt?
Not
Like you
entirely,
go
sir.
where you're not supposed to.
He brought just over half, yes.
I'll just warn you first, but you're caught in the castle grounds. Arrested.
Are you Jesus!
Get out of my damn way! Shit.
Oh, God. Eat.
I need something
Food.
to eat. Lockpick.
Hey!
Wench. Let's get out here. Let's eat some apples, I reckon. Take forever. There's a pretzel. Where's the baker? You the baker? It's not. Where's that going in there? He's upstairs. See any shit in there?
Jesus.
Oh man. Let's go up here. Let's find the baker or something to eat here. So she'll be around here. Yeah, baker in here. Figure there'd at least be some food laying around somewhere. Very hard.
What is it? Hey, who's there?
That horse is not going nowhere. Let's zoom in. Huh. Maybe it's outside the castle.
Hey! You fled from Skalitz. How did you manage that?
It's probably up there. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna fill up on apples then. Need some energy too. What do we use to get energy? Oh, I got 1 arrow. Or 2 arrows. Alright, so I'm assuming. Yep.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
I'll have to get something to eat.
I heard
Starting
about
to
I
get
just had
hungry.
apples.
They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Go with Sir Robert to the kitchen. I was just in here,
Waste his
man.
talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Oh, the door I couldn't open. Cool.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our
lady.
good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with a
I
presence.
wonder if Bianca's
Lady,
dead.
I'm honoured.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are.
Clothes.
Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
No matter what time of day, they drink every day.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
You learned kitchen. Food. Eat. And go to bed. Okay. I like to take snacks to the bed. Are those even cooked? I said they're roasted. Look raw to me.
Oh, damn it, I'm hungry.
Well, I'm doing something. Cheese. Give me that cheese. Alright. Oh, he doesn't actually eat out of it. I'll eat straight from the pot.
Look out!
Straight from the pot.
Doesn't even...
No. There you go. Ah, it burns. I think that should have done it. What? 59? Can't
What
eat
is
anymore.
it? Hey!
What's that soup? Lentil mash? Ugh. Is a staple of countryside cuisine. Sure, it only gives you 9. Where do they... 100% you. Oh well. Get some bread. Get some cheese. There we go. I guess when you go to bed, you probably get your energy back. Let's go. I wonder if sitting gives you energy. Ooh, bitch. You've eaten too much, you won't get hungry. Oh shit, I get ready. Energy 29. Let's see if that sitting here brings it up any. Nope. Alright, get up. Let's go to bed. It's awful nice to be going to bed. Where's that lady at? I ain't looking all day for her. Oh, it's my bed. Close this door. If you're tired, your stamina will gradually decrease. Sleep in the solution. Find available bed. Sit on it. Who the fuck? Oh, alright.
You're
Alright.
that lad from Skalitz? What in heaven's name happened there?
Don't matter. Get out of my room. Out of my room.
What?
I don't want to talk about it. It was awful.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh no.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses.
I'm just trying to get
I
a little
barely
pity
escaped,
loving
and
here.
they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
No loving, huh? Well, then don't come in my room then. Tease. Alright, let's go ahead and take a nap. That's cool, you actually have to sit down, and then you can actually sleep. Alright, lay down. Let's see, let's get up bright and early. Bright and early. 9 hours. I'll wake up hungry. Yeah. Wish I could get 9 hours of sleep. What the hell woke me up?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately.
They're loud as hell.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Oh,
Forgive the
snap.
intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
It don't take him long to move on.
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're
It would
welcome.
be some shit if she was some kind of like spy.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Oh man, here comes some talking. I just can't talk about it. Tell the story of the raid.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I went to the tavern for ale and met my... Nope, don't tell her that. I went to collect the debt. I met my friends.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home.
I don't know if she liked that or not.
I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
I saw them kill... Nope. I guess she did die. They killed my father and mother.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother.
I guess he
She
did
was
lose
stranded
his
in the
woman.
town,
I didn't see her
surrounded
die.
by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought.
Did he just say that?
And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
It only took me like 3 tries. I needed a horse. I ran for my life.
I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Yeah, she was able to get into
Like
her
a
house,
valiant
but
knight.
I'm pretty sure they got in.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Women in the Middle Ages.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding.
Satan.
Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either.
Husband?
Although in
What?
comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish.
Oh,
Divish was a
okay.
lot older than I, but
So you're
a
saying
woman
there's a
must bear
chance.
her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Milady.